The younger you are, the more disposable income you have. So why not take some of that and set yourself up to win immediately? And there's a few different things you can do. So talk through some of those, Mark.
Yeah. First of all, I was going to say, I might play devil's advocate here in a second, but yes. So one of the first things that you can do is obviously have an emergency fund. That helps you so much, mainly because we believe that the last thing that you want to do is carry debt or incur debt, and having an emergency fund allows you to avoid any kind of
you minimize that unnecessary debt, because there are some things that you're not typically going to have enough money to buy a whole house, but you could maybe fix your car and not have to incur debt for that. Or dental work is one of those that I know a lot of people will get on some sort of payment plan for, and you're often going to pay some sort of APR for that, some sort of interest rate.
Yeah, emergency dental procedure. I'm probably going to need to have here in a few days.
So that one means something to you.
Yeah, I've got this one tooth. It's just, man, I don't know what's going on with it, but it's like really sharp. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. But definitely emergency funds are a huge help in that area. However, one thing that I am going to maybe disagree a little bit on is being younger necessarily doesn't mean having more disposable income, because it's also, your salary is at the lowest, basically, hopefully, that it's ever going to be. And, for example, for me, whenever I graduated from college, it was, I was at the worst, I guess, time financially. I was barely making it. It was pretty bad. And for me, it kind of made it to where I was using credit cards, And one thing that did get right, thankfully, back to our first point there, was that I did try to keep savings, right, for big emergencies. But the way that I did it was by using credit cards. It was like, okay, I'm going to build these savings, and then, but for other expenses, for the expenses that I would have used those savings on, I'm going to use my credit card so I can keep these savings.
Okay. Yeah. So definitely having emergency savings helps. And I will say, when I think of younger equals more disposable income, I'm thinking of those that are like preteen or in college, where you don't have a lot of expenses, because you can start a Roth IRA at 16 if you're working, or 15 if you're working. Yep. So, and that's the other thing, is a Roth IRA. So you can actually start one as soon as you have what's called earned income. So you can start those really young. I've actually got a 10-year-old as a client who has a Roth IRA, because they have a family business. She has earned income. Whoa. So she's contributing to her Roth IRA already. She's going to be set up wonderfully. Yes. So, work towards not living paycheck to paycheck. Maybe, I know we all have things that we spend money on that we feel like are necessary, but when we really get down to it, we can go without maybe one of those things for a period of time and let that build up.